1970s, curious kid asking too many questions. 1990s, student figuring out life. 2010, professional chasing growth. 2020s, a leader still learning every day. In a world where deadlines rule and coffee fuels ambition, one person dared to dream big. Born in Kerala, brought up in Mumbai, shaped by challenges and driven by curiosity. This is the story of Jamie Romani. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Yes, my name is Jamie Romani, and I'm very proud of it. A senior HR and people operations professional based out of Navi, Mumbai, with overall 30 plus years of experience working with enterprise organizations and leadership teams. And yet, despite all of these experience, standing here today feels like stepping slightly outside my comfort zone because, believe it or not, I wasn't always confident speaking in front of people. I began my professional journey with an ambition, like many of us, with goals, with plans, and a desire to succeed. Over the years, I have had that opportunity to work in dynamic environments, collaborate with various teams, and take on increasing responsibility. But if there is something that I have learned, it is leadership is not about managing work, it's about understanding people. So let me take you back to one of my earlier presentations of my career. So trust me, I had prepared very well the HR policies, structured slides, data points, and my responsibility was to present the team by cutting to the chase and present my presentation very briefly. Everything was perfect except me. Yes, within minutes of starting, my voice was shaking. And at one point of time, I completely forgot what I was saying. So I confidently said, let me come back to you. And you guessed it right, I never came back. And that day taught me something really important, that comfort zones are very comfortable, but nothing grows there. Over the past 30 years, I've had the privilege of working closely with people across levels, from new joiners to CEOs and chief people officers. And my journey has shaped me into a trusted HR partner, supporting corporate HR operations, senior leadership decision making, induction onboarding experiences, employee engagement initiative, CSR programs, and even confidential governance matters. In simple terms, I have worked in everything that revolves around people, trust, and impact. And as an HR professional, you know, we don't just have to manage processes, we manage emotions, expectations, and sometimes even office politics. So, what HR taught me about leadership is that one big truth: leadership is not about policies, but it's about people. You can design the best framework, you can implement the best processes, but if people don't feel heard, nothing truly works. People may forget what you said, but they will never forget how you made them feel. So if I can create that environment where people feel valued, heard, and inspired, I believe success will flow naturally. You might be wondering, despite having 30 plus years of experience working with multiple CEOs or CPOs, Why Toastmasters? Because growth doesn't stop. Even today, before I present or have a conversation, there is still a small voice inside that says, what if this doesn't land well? And that's why I'm here in Toastmasters to sharpen my communication, to strengthen my leadership voice, and to speak not just with a structure, but with impact. From a nervous speaker who forgot her own points to someone who has spent decades working with people, leaders, this journey has been about growth, learning, and rediscovering myself. So today is not just my icebreaker speech, but a new beginning to grow, to communicate better, and to lead with greater purpose. So I'm truly excited to take this journey with all of you. How about you? Thank you so much.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Mohan. Good morning again, everyone. First of all, congratulations, Toastmaster Jemy, for starting a new project and giving the icebreaker speech. Okay, you're here. Okay, hello, Jemy. You started the a speech with a great timeline. You made us go through the timeline along with you. The and you, I thought you were saying about someone, but it was great to see that you are saying about yourself. It was like a suspense. So she's going to say about someone. I was waiting to know who he or she is, but then later you said it was about yourself. So it was a great way to. Instead of starting directly as I am Jamie like that, you have a creative way of depicting it. You not only introduce yourself, you also introduce about your career to everyone. That is one important aspect of an icebreaker speech where you not only require to introduce yourself, you can introduce about your life also. So your focus clarity was great as usual. You had a great confidence. You used pause at the right places. That is what your highlight in the speech. You made the audience understand your work and your type, how you flew with your life, how you went with your life. So that was great to listen to, and it was interesting to know about your life. The point that you could have focused on, one thing that I noted was you could have had a structure. You could have said how you're doing your job now, how what are the struggles you have faced. You could have given one example or something on how you face this situation as a HR professional. So because we non-HR people don't know exactly what kind of job profile is yours, so you could have given one situation of how you handled it or something like that, so it would have been more interesting on on what struggle you faced or something. But the way you picturized your initial career days of how you went blank when giving a presentation, that thing were all interesting, and it made me listen to more on how you went further. That was great to listen to. You also introduced gave the idiom of the day in the speech. This generally even I will not do that, because that will be difficult, because already I would have prepared my speech. Introducing a new word in the speech is difficult. You did that also. You had great clarity in your speech. Congratulations. And your ending was linking to the title of the speech. That was great. It was a pleasure listening to you, actually. One thing that I noted was you had a eye contact somewhere else, but maybe not in the camera. In between, you had eye contact somewhere else, but that can be improved. All the best, and over to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster.